Hello beauties, it's Brittany. Thank you for joining me on my channel today. I have had this massive bag of trash in my room for months and months because I have not filmed an empties video in so long. Let me know if you like empties videos by commenting down below and giving this video a thumbs up. You can also support my channel by subscribing, so make sure you do those things. I'm going to break this up into categories because if I filmed one video on all of this, it would probably take an hour and a half. So today is just makeup, so let's get started. I think I'm going to start with setting sprays. I have two of the Maybelline Master Fix setting spray. I have another one in my drawer right now. Clearly, I really do love this setting spray. And I had somebody ask me the other day, like, what is the point of setting spray, especially if you're using a primer and that's supposed to help your makeup last longer. And yes, primers can help with longevity of makeup, but I look at it as more of a way to solve an issue that I want to solve. I have very dry skin, so I use illuminating primers. If you have very oily skin, you might want a mattifying one. If you have super large pores, you want a pore filling one. So that's more like specifically trying to help you solve an issue. The setting spray is like the hairspray for your face. And the way that I explained it a little bit was like if you were curling your hair, you'd probably use like a gel or a cream first. You'd put that in your hair and then you would curl it and then you would use a little bit of hairspray. So there's different parts that help with every single aspect of your beauty regime. This is hairspray for the face and I love this stuff. It's much, much less expensive than the Urban Decay, even the L'Oreal, and I think CoverGirl just came out with one. This is the least expensive one that I found that still helps with my makeup longevity. This bottle is disgusting. I think my self-tanner exploded in the bag. This is the Hard Candy Sheer Envy Hydrating Primer Mist. I clearly didn't repurchase this, so I don't think I liked it. It is oil-free, silicone-free, and alcohol-free, which I do like. I don't think the spritzer on... Oh, no, the spritzer's pretty nice. The smell. It was the smell. That's... As I just sprayed a little bit out of the package, it is not a great, pleasant scent. It does say that it is hydrating. I didn't repurchase it, so I like the Maybelline stuff better. This will not prolong the wear of your makeup, but it is a spray that I love to use after I have applied my foundation or all of my makeup, really. It helps to kind of sink everything into the skin, give a more kind of radiant, finished look to the face. I also really love to spritz this on my brush when I want a eyeshadow to look more pigmented, so I highly recommend Fix Plus. It's something I've repurchased time and time again, and I have another one in my drawer right now. Last setting spray I have is the Maybelline Make It Dewy setting spray, and I did enjoy this one. I just don't really like the package. I couldn't take this cap off, so I couldn't like pour out the excess into another bottle, and the sprayer wouldn't like produce any more product. Of course now it is, but it wouldn't in my collection when I needed it to. I didn't love it, and I feel like this one's probably a little more pricey than the Maybelline. I could be making that up, but I'm pretty sure it is, so I like the spritzer on the Maybelline one. I like the fact that I can twist this cap off, and when I buy another bottle, I can pour the excess into that bottle, so I'm never wasting any of the product. So I just didn't really like the scent of this one, and I feel like the package is kind of dumb. A foundation I finished recently. I've tried this sentence like 9 times. That I finished is the Lancome Tony Dole Ultra 24-Hour Wear. I have the shade 110 Ivory Sea. I can also wear 100 Neutral. I love this foundation. If you pick up a new bottle of it, the top of the cap has changed, as well as I think the writing on the bottle. But if you go to Ulta, a lot of Ultas do have Lancome associates. They can shade match you. They can give you a sample if you want, depending on your location. I love this stuff. It's a matte finish, full coverage foundation. I have dry skin, and it's pretty much the only full coverage matte foundation that actually looks good on my skin. Doesn't make my skin look like a hot, dry mess. So I highly recommend this, and this I think was the first high-end foundation that I ever bought. Not this bottle, but this formula in general. So highly, highly recommend it, and the shade range is amazing. I love this stuff. I've bought another bottle that I have in my vanity right now. This is the Farcelli Unicorn Essence. Guys, this stuff is so good. It smells delicious. Like I said, have purchased another bottle. If you want to see what's in my vanity, I will have a link listed in the information bar and the cards right here to kind of show you what I keep in my everyday vanity. I did a video on that. That was a very ineloquent way of telling you that I have a video about what's in my vanity. And this is definitely a product that stays in there. It is a very Instagram friendly, you know, worthy product. A lot of people will do the kind of unicorn teardrops on their face, but I feel like it gives my skin nice hydration. It helps my foundation go on better. I do like the fact that it is in a like squeezy bottle. I just kind of dab some on my face, or I'll put it in the palm of my hand. The scent is so nice. I highly recommend this. It is very pricey, so if you don't have very dry skin or skin that you feel like needs a little help with foundation, I wouldn't purchase this, but if you need some help, this is a beautiful product. I loved this bronzer, and I think that they discontinued it for a bit and then brought it back out. What is this hair doing? Get an Instant Sun-Kissed Look powder. It's a face and body bronzer, and it is in the shade Light 1. I've used most of this. This kind of outskirt layer will not come off on the brush, so I do have to stop using it. The package did break at some point. I don't remember when, but I thought that this bronzer was beautiful. It's kind of a step up from the butter bronzer that I really love in terms of depth and the kind of glow that it gives your skin. I do like the butter bronzer, but sometimes I want a little more warmth. I caught it. And this definitely gave that to me. So I may check out the new release because I do think that they just released another one of these, but I hope it's the same color. I have 3 eyeshadow primers. I have an old school Urban Decay primer potion. Literally have to throw this out. I should not have this in my collection still. It is way expired, but I love the Urban Decay primer potion, so I wanted to show you how long I've been using that stuff. This is the updated package. This is the same primer. This one is actually not the same color as this one. This one I think is an Eden, which has a slight kind of almost concealer look to it. The original is completely clear, and I do prefer that version. Then I have the Too Faced Shadow Insurance. This is a good one. If I had a holy grail favorite eyeshadow primer though, it would be the NARS Pro Primer. 2 eyeliners, the NARS eyeliner in Vio Veneto. I love this one because I've actually started to notice I only like liners that are like twist up, non-sharpening liners, because I have been stabbed way too many times in the eye when I'm trying to tightline with a pencil. It's so dumb because it starts to like fray and then it pokes you, and it's so painful. So while Kajol eyeliners are pretty nice sometimes, and it does take you back to good old makeup roots, I prefer a twist up pencil, and some people do prefer a sharpened pencil because you can get a finer tip, but I do not want to risk stabbing myself in the eye. So I prefer twist up liners, and this one from NARS is so beautiful. It's a little rougher than some people might like in terms of like the texture of it, but I feel like that actually helps it stay, and it doesn't transfer to my waterline when I've tightlined with it. I didn't mention what this one was. This is the Lancome Le Cran Kohl in just black ebony. I have a lash primer from L'Oreal. This is their Voluminous Base, and I thought that I really loved this primer, and I've been using it, but then I actually purchased the Lancome Cils Booster, which is like the high-end version of this because L'Oreal owns Lancome, and I love that one way better. It does a way better job of keeping my mascara on. With this one, I was noticing more flaking, which is totally the opposite of what I want with any eyeshadow or any eyelash primer, because I want it to give more length, more volume, want it to help my mascara last longer, want it to protect my lashes, and I don't feel like this was doing that. So I definitely prefer the Cils Booster, which I'm currently using. I loved this. This is the Becca Moonstone Liquid Highlighter. I actually really loved the application of this as well. It was super easy to kind of stripe on and pat out with a beauty blender, but there's product left in here that I cannot get out, and it makes me sad because it's like literally there's a hole where the little spatula guy goes in. So I wish I had a small enough product where I could kind of scoop out the rest of it, but love this highlighter. It's definitely more subtle than you probably would think that I would love because I love highlighter, but it gave my skin a nice like lit from within look. Brow product from Maybelline. This is like completely worn off. It is the Maybelline Something and Fill Duo in Auburn. It's a very tiny pencil, and then on the other end there is a powder. Now this is my natural hair color, so brow products are really hard for me to find without looking like fire engine red. Powder was a better match than the actual pencil, but in terms of drugstore brow colors that I've purchased and products that I've purchased, this was decent. Was it an absolute dead-on match? Not really, but most of the time I can't get an actual dead-on match because this lip color was really pretty, but I won't repurchase a full size because I have 900 lip colors. This is the Tarte Energy Lip Surgeon. It was just one of those kind of like stick balm guys that is a little hydrating. I think this one is like a pH 1 where it changes a little bit once it's on your lips. It was nice, but I'm not gonna spend my money on it. I have too many chapsticks. I go through chapstick like crazy. I have a candy cane flavor from the holidays. I have an original. I have Burt's Bees, which is my favorite. I have a little bit of Rosebud Salve. I also have a pot version of this that I finished up as well that I threw out this morning. I finished up this powder, which I think got the self-tanner on it as well. This is the Triple Seaweed Pressed Powder. If you've been watching my channel and you remember me using this powder, please let me know in the comments below. But I've used enough of it now where I can throw it out. This is the soap I use to clean my beauty blender. You need it in your life. It is the Dr. Bronner's Bard soap. It will clean your beauty blender better than anything that I have used. It gets the job done. I thought I would add some nail polish in this one as well. I tend to buy the same Insta-Dri top coat. I have another one of these right now. My base coat, I did purchase this for a while, but I haven't actually been able to find another one, and there is product in this one, but I've mixed together a lot of things and now it's very clumpy. And then I have the Essie one, which was part of their release with their Gel Couture collection, and I did like it, but it's like $11. I am not spending $11 on a top coat. So those are the makeup items that I finally get to throw away. Guys, if you saw this spread that I have on my floor right now, you'd feel overwhelmed as well. But I hope you enjoyed. If you did, let me know in the comments down below, and by liking this video and subscribing to my channel. I hope to see you all very, very soon in my next video. Bye, guys!